Welcome back to McPhee Ford. Today we're taking a look at this brand new 2023 Ford F-450 chassis. This is a bit of an untraditional vehicle that we review here. Typically you see these vehicles with a box on the back or maybe a service body, but we actually just received this in today, and I wanted to kind of show you around a F-450 chassis cab because again this is a quite rare thing to see. We don't get these in very often, and when we do, again they have either a service body or maybe a dump body or any type of body that would not be the frame that would be exposed here. So we're going to take a quick walk around the outside of this particular truck. We're going to show you some of the specifications, and then we'll hop into the interior. And this particular F-450 is an XL model, so this is your lowest kind of trim level, your work truck spec kind of vehicle, and it's finished in Oxford white, which is definitely the most popular color for the chassis for sure. Now we'll start with the front end here. Now that for 2023, the Super Duties have received a whole new redesign. This is the new generation of Super Duty for 2023. So we have a new front fascia here. Of course, the grill's been changed, your headlights, your front bumper, everything. We have a nice exposed recovery hooks down here at front. And there is a massive air dam up here, which does help dramatically with fuel economy and aerodynamics. So Ford does stick those on almost all of their Super Duty models. And also being an F-450 dually, there's a roof clearance lights up there because this is over 80 inches in width, so it does require marker lights. And then here's the F-450 XL badging. And then this again, this 450, so this means it has the wide track front axle. So your front axle actually sticks out much further than compared to an F-350 dually. So it sticks out quite a bit further, and it also allows Ford to actually give you much sharper turning radius with the 450s and 550s, which is why a lot of customers actually choose this over an F-350 because you have a very sharp turning radius. It actually is quite impressive actually how sharp of a turning radius these trucks can do. But you can see this is a regular cab model, which is, again, definitely the most popular way to kind of configure these. And it is equipped with the 6.7 liter PowerStroke turbo diesel engine. And here's the tow mirror. It is a dual convex mirror, so you have kind of your standard up top with a fisheye lens on the bottom. It also has the heated function right there. And of course, they do pull out as well. We'll take a look at the frame area here. So F-450s are only available as a dually, so you can't get a single rear wheel. You'd have to go down to an F-350 for that. And this one is a 169-inch wheelbase. Now there are multiple different wheelbase versions, kind of depending on what you need to do with the truck, whether it be a service body, dump truck, or flat deck, whatever you need. So there is, again, different lengths available. This one also has the heavy-duty service suspension package, which does increase the front suspension spring rate, so it does ride a little bit stiffer, which is used for, if customers maybe mount a plow or a winch or maybe a big brush guard to the front, then those require the heavy-duty front service suspension. This one has the 16,500 pound gross vehicle weight rating package as well. Here's a look at the rear differential. This is in a 410 gearing, which is really the only way you can get the gearing with the 6.7 liter PowerStroke. And this has the after axle fuel tank. There's also a midship that you can get as well to increase the fuel capacity. But this is 151 liters, if I believe that's right. And then you can also get that 100 liter midship as well. And here's your DEF tank, because of course we have to comply with emissions. So this is your DEF tank. And it actually is just kind of temporarily mounted to the side here. As I briefly mentioned before, this is powered by the 6.7 liter PowerStroke turbo diesel engine. Now this is actually a detuned engine because these are different ratings because this is a commercial vehicle. They are rated differently in terms of their power and emissions. So Ford actually detunes these trucks. This one here makes 330 horsepower and 950 foot-pounds of torque. So your kind of regular consumer trucks would be up at 1,050 torque, but again, this one's at 950. So they do have to detune it just a little bit just to comply with the emissions and different regulations for commercial vehicles like this one. Now this is paired to the 10R140 10-speed automatic transmission, and this is a four-wheel drive truck as well. You actually can get either rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, which is definitely nice, for if you have, muddy roads or if you have rough terrain. Definitely having the, the four-wheel drive is definitely nice But this is also a gas engine available as well. There is the 7.3 liter V8 still available if you want the gas engine. And now we'll take a look into the interior of this truck, and this is your regular cab model. So this is going to be your definitely smallest cab that you can get, but we still can seat 3 people in here. So you actually have the bench seat configuration, which is standard across every single regular cab model. So you can seat 3 people, and if you don't need the extra person, you do have the bench there that you can actually flip down to have a console. We do have the dark slate cloth seats, which is also available as a vinyl option. You have a vinyl or cloth, whichever you kind of prefer, but again, this one has the cloth material. And on the door panel, because this is your XL, pretty much got plastic and vinyl everywhere, just kind of more heavy duty material. Ford knows these trucks will be used and abused, so they just make everything kind of heavy duty and able to withstand that. But on the door, we actually have power controls, which is now standard across the board for Super Duty. The power equipment group is standard, so you have power windows and power mirrors and power locks. So again, that is all standard. So you can no longer get roll-up windows or manual locks, that kind of thing. So have this, and these windows are actually one-touch automatic as well, which is actually a pretty cool little convenience feature there. And then of course we have lots of storage down here, and rubber flooring is also standard. Again, just much easier to clean and take care of. Also, another thing that's cool as standard is automatic headlights, which is definitely nice, automatic headlights. And then also new for 23 is the electronic parking brake, which is actually new. It is quite loud. I'll give you a little demonstration here. So it is quite loud. It's very, very heavy duty. Of course, these do have to handle an enormous amount of weight, so Ford did beef that up quite a bit. Here is the loading information on the side. So we have that 16,500 pound gross vehicle weight rating. Rear axle is just under 13,000 pounds. The front is at 6,000 pounds. But we'll hop inside here. Take a look at the key fob. That's basically your switchblade key that you would find in a lot of other Ford vehicles. And this is available with Ford Pass Connect. Which is actually standard across every single new Ford vehicle, including this one. So you have Ford Pass Connect, so you can remote start, you can lock, unlock, you can check tire pressures and fuel levels, and basically everything through the Ford Pass app on your phone. So that, again, it can include on every new Ford vehicle, not just this one. But we'll start here on the steering wheel. On this left side, you have your cruise control with lane keeping system. There's actually a lot of new driver assistance features that Ford included as standard equipment on the XLs, on, I guess, Super Duty in general. So lots of different safety features. Again, we have lane keeping, which is definitely nice. And below that, you have your volume buttons. And then on the right side, there's controls for the center gauge cluster screen right there. And then some more kind of multimedia controls beside that. Also new for 2023 is the addition of standard Sync 3 8-inch display. So you actually have now the 8-inch display. It's now standard, which is nice. There's no longer that little small screen. This is a nice touchscreen modern display. It has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and Sirius XM and Bluetooth and all that. So this is definitely nice. You have all your different various features and settings. This has the Ford Pro Connect system as well. And then moving down here, so we're going to find your climate control system. You have the heated mirrors, of course, air conditioning, all of that. And then here is their drive mode select as well. Right here we have some USB connections. We have some 12-volt connectors, and right here you get more connectors. Keep everything charged up, of course. Additional storage down there, and again, this one has the bench seat. You can flip this up, if you need that extra seating, or you can keep it down, and there is some additional storage in here, as well as a dual glove box. And this one has the optional 6 auxiliary switches. But that'll pretty much do it for this video. If you want to see more commercial vehicle content just like this, definitely subscribe and we will sure to make more of it. But that'll pretty much do it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.